Do you think Christianity is in the midst of a revival?
I do. And I think there's evidence for that, but it's an interesting sort of revival. If you go back and you study revivals in the past, they're typically marked with, personal grief over sin, repentance. You see people that are publicly confessing sin. And so I do think that there is a revival going on. But one of the interesting things about how the revival starts is I think people, more than personal repentance, I think there's almost a national repentance going on. Like the collective soul of the nation is entering into a period of repentance where it's like, I think a lot of people are looking at the ways that we have operated as a culture. They're seeing the sickness that we've brought upon the generations to come, and they're rejecting it. And they're saying, this is wicked. I don't want it anymore. And then where are they going? They're going to the scriptures and being like, there has to be something more beautiful than what the world is throwing at me. And so you see Bible sales in the last few years that have jumped 42%, which is insane. You see Christian music is way through the roof in terms of Spotify downloads, and you see the number of Christian and spirituality apps skyrocketing. You see Gen Z is returning to church, and huge numbers. They're number one generation going to church, more than baby boomers, greatest generation, Gen X. So there's signs that this younger generation collectively is rejecting what has been and seeking after God. And then it's the job of the church to cultivate that into personal repentance. But I do think that, in a sense, our nation is repenting of where it has come. And now we just need to see individual believers sanctified and growing.